In the midst of their grief, the Churchills were shocked when they heard the results of their son's autopsy. Stephen had died of Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, or CJD. It's an extremely rare disease that causes tiny holes to form in the brain. It usually strikes the elderly and is always fatal. Stephen Churchill was one of the youngest known victims of the disease.
We couldn't understand why a young boy who'd been fit and well had died of a disease of the elderly. Just didn't make sense.
And it didn't make sense to medical investigators. When Stephen Churchill died of CJD, a neurological illness which usually strikes the elderly, doctors were alarmed. Not long afterwards in London, a 16-year-old girl developed the same symptoms. And there was a similar case about 100 miles away in Harpenden. Mike and Penny Sinnott's daughter started to behave differently. 22-year-old Nina was a beautiful, vivacious young woman who had just graduated from Manchester University.
She had one of these smiles that would go from ear to ear when she laughed.
Shortly after graduation, Nina displayed signs of depression.
That was certainly not like Nina. And I think it's at that stage we realized that perhaps there was something not normal with Nina itself.
She would start to forget things, forget who'd phoned, forget where she'd written things down.
Nina's physical condition also deteriorated, and she underwent tests at the Royal Free Hospital in London.
One day I put my head round the door of one of the doctors and just said, I know that Nina's had a lot of tests. Have you had any results back yet? He said, well, everything's negative. There's nothing that's come up positive. And I said, well, what does that mean? What do you think it is? And he said, well, he said we're looking at, could probably be CJD, AIDS we're talking about. And I hadn't actually been prepared for that at that time. Sat down and said, are you telling me that my daughter's going to die? And he said, well, probably yes.
Well, I do recall one day when I was nursing her at home, and she turned to me and just said, Dad, I'm going to die, haven't I? How the hell do you tell your child that? Answer that question to your child.
9 months after first developing symptoms, Nina died.
It was the bravery of Nina, and she tried to maintain a smile through it all. I think that's the memory that lives with me.
Since Nina's doctors suspected that she might have died of CJD, her brain tissue, along with Stephen Churchill's, were sent here to the CJD surveillance unit in Edinburgh, Scotland.
Well, I saw something different.